This could be like a do-rag. What if they made do-rags out of the same material of sweatshirts? That would be awesome. Anyway, guys, hi, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Exis, and what do? I don't know. But what I am doing today is packing up these clothes and taking them to Salvation Army because I have just gone through all of my storage that has been packed away for like, I want to say 3 or 4 years. And now it's time to do a solid clean out, declutter. So a lot of clothes that just can't fit me, I'm just gonna take them to Salvation Army, have them do whatever with them. It's unfortunate because some new outfits, like this Shein pant set that ripped on a vivacious night out clubbing. Yeah, this is gonna have to go, unfortunately. Maybe I should sew it up to be nice. I don't know, Shein is one of those places that is good for the meantime. And it's easily accessible to those who are of different sizes, but it's not good for a long time. The quality is just really bad all around. Plus they have like ants in their clothes. But you could say the same for Amazon clothes, right? And I be shopping on that Evil Billionaire's website all the time, so. Anyway, so I'm gonna be organizing my clothes and folding them out, but also talking about how I'm not on social media as much anymore and how that's affected me overall as a person. So before I get to how I'm handling social media now, I wanna tell a story about my journey traversing through social media and how I finally decided that y'all be doing the most on the internet, guys. Put on a headband. Yeah, so I guess my detoxification of social media started, I want to say, in the late summer of 2020. I remember I had posted something, I think in one of my stories, and it got taken down. I had been posting consistently on that page for a while. I don't know, is it just me or is Facebook not the place where you want to post about content that you've made or content that you've created anymore? I don't know if there were rumors going around about how Facebook was purposefully taking down people of color's work or flagging it as inappropriate. I have to look into that a little bit more. But my stuff was definitely taken down. I had gotten warning strikes where they were basically saying, strike 3 and you're gonna be banned for 30 days and you can't post on this platform for 30 days. Like, even though I have such an aversion to posting content on Facebook now, like that was my most successful platform. I was able to post there and people would respond and I'd get feedback on my pages. But I flew too close to the sun. I pulled an Icarus on that ass and they flagged me one time too many and banned me from Facebook for 30 days. I'm gonna tie this up back here. Too much hair in my face. The summer of 2020 was when this happened, like late summer. And around this time when Facebook had blocked me, you know, a lot of things were going on in the world, right? To do a brief recap without getting flagged, you know, the good old Panda Express was happening. People were picking sides on whether to wear a mask or not wear a mask. The concept of vaccinations were in talks. The leader of this country at the time, you know, it'll never amaze me how we were able to politicize a global pandemonium. It just shows the state of the world that we're in. On top of that, George Floyd, that was a fun time. And the BLM movement, it was a lot going on, you know? That was probably one of the hardest years for everyone in like a long time. Talk about something that infected the entire world and the entire economy, like hoo-wee. But anyway, there were a lot of thoughts online being thrown my way. I would always tell my partner this, but it felt like a lot of people, a lot of figures, a lot of political sides were telling me and demanding me to feel a certain way. Like on one hand, you have Cardi B doing an interview for Joe Biden, and then on the other hand, You have Candace Owens debunking all of the George Floyd BLM movement, and I had people putting up black squares and individuals reposting the last minutes of George Floyd, and it was just a lot. And then everyone had their hot take to put on the situation. At some point, I just kind of cracked, and this was right before the insurrection. Yeah, 2020 was a really bad year, guys. Like, I know 2021 and 2022 are not like the best, but 2020, that'll be in the history books as a bad year. So there was just a lot going on at once, all the time, every day, 24/7. And for someone who is unabashedly addicted to their cell phone, scroll on Instagram, I would scroll on Twitter, and then I'd scroll on Facebook and do that same rotation, maybe not in that order, but it would just be a routine for me. I do remember being very much so, do you see how small this is? Like, there's no way I can fit this. But I started entering this point in my life where it was just getting to be too much. It was just getting at me. And I don't know if, God was like, hey, homie, we gotta scoop you up from social media, or if I just did it myself. I was just officially banned off of Facebook. And that was the platform that I was probably the most relevant on. And I think that's what kind of started, not really my social media cleanse, but very much so a journey away from social media for a minute. While I did enjoy Facebook and I did enjoy hearing everybody's opinions on their daily life and what was going on with them and like dank memes that they were posting, it was a lot, guys, okay? It was like, social media is a lot. I'm sorry. At some point, you get really exhausted hearing everybody's hot take at once and like having to take everything in and reassess and unpack and do all of that crap all over again. And I didn't realize how bad it was on my mental health until I actually took a break from it. Now, I was still on Instagram and Twitter. I wasn't on those platforms as much as Facebook. And I just realized that not being on Facebook was doing so much for my mental health, because I no longer cared about the latest unfact-checked news about the orange man in office. I no longer cared about any facts about whether the BLM organization was legitimate or not. I no longer cared about my one friend's hot take on the idea of looters versus protesters during that time. It didn't bother me so much because I wasn't on Facebook as much. I didn't have to provide input, or I didn't feel like I had to digest all of that. And it was a lot of emotion to take in at once. It was very hard at that time to find something as an escape. It felt amazing being able to just leave social media for like 30 days and just not have to deal with it. Now, when I came back, the algorithm was less than nice to me. They were like, no, homie, you have been banned 2-3 times too many. You have been banned for a whole 30 days. We are not going to give you the views that you want. So I was like, fine, I'll post somewhere else. So I started posting on IG. IG gives you like a really bad FOMO feeling because you're seeing the best of everyone, right? Like, well, Facebook, you're just going to see some weird updates from like your Facebook friends, from your college friends from like 10-20 years ago. But like IG is like, look at this perfect picture that I spent exactly 8 hours trying to perfect, and it looks amazing and flawless. Like, I put it together in a little under 5 minutes. Look at me, I'm amazing, I'm awesome. Look. Sometimes it's just a lot, because everybody looks so, for the most part, most people look very flawless, put together, and very like they have it, under wraps, right? For me personally, even when I was posting on IG, I never had it under wraps. I was always so worried about whether my pictures looked good, if the quality was good enough, if I was posting consistent enough, if I had enough content to post on Instagram. And at some point, it just got to the point where it was way too much. And I was just like, no. I also had to worry about if my main IG was going to get flagged or taken down. So that was an issue as well. It got really, really obnoxious and annoying just to see everybody be so perfect. But I still kept Instagram there for a minute, for a minute. And then around October of 2021, Well, we know what happened. I got hacked. When I did get hacked and everything, it was kind of like a wake-up call because I knew I had more serious matters to focus on, or how I was going to get my finances together, how I was going to pay my bills, how to get my credit score up, just like really important adult stuff that I had to sit back and be like, all right, girl, you gotta be an adult, homie. Don't know what to tell you. I was able to get my IGs back, but I wasn't able to get my Facebook back. So to this day, I still don't have my Facebook. And honestly, I don't miss it at all. Based off of what my friends have told me, it just seems like the same. A lot of people that you know socially within your circle posting a lot of stuff that you may or may not care about, and then more controversial crap going around about like the world and what we're doing in the world and all of that. And I just don't have time for it. So I'm just not on there as much. I was still on Instagram well throughout 2021 and well into, I don't know who needs to hear this, but y'all need to stop shopping at Fashion Nova. Like, if you shop at Shein, that's fine. But Fashion Nova, it just isn't. This is from Fashion Nova, by the way. I think it is. I'm gonna just pretend this is from Fashion Nova and tell y'all to stop shopping at Fashion Nova because it ain't it. It really isn't. Are they still doing the same BBL fashion outfits? Have they like evolved from that? Because literally everyone is onto like a more versatile look and they're still stuck in 2015. But anyway, y'all be doing the most on social media. Jumping through hoops, doing back handsprings, backflips. You remember that one post on Twitter that was like, social media is the only place where people will get mad if you say you like pancakes and get offended that you don't like French toast or whatever. That is literally what you all are on 24/7. And it is 2023, and I need us all to just take a step back and apply some nuances to certain issues that are going on the internet, all right? Having aggressive energy towards every single opinion out there isn't a way how to get things done. Don't get me wrong, some opinions need the smoke, okay? Other opinions out there, they don't, it's not that deep, okay? It really just is what it is, all right? Sometimes people like pancakes more than French toast, and we will be okay. We don't need to be out here beefing and then jumping through hoops on whether or not we're like anti this or anti that. Social media doesn't deserve so much of your energy. And sometimes it's okay to not have an opinion. That is it for my video. Let me know if you guys are detoxing from social media at all, or if you are still on it, how you kind of manage. I have this question written down, but when social media is too much, how do you, it's backwards. It's still gonna work. How do you decompress from social media? How do you guys decompress from social media? Tell me in the comments. I would like to know. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching me. And remember to always drink water because it's good for you, hoes. Bye.